changes everything. No more shame. I remember like being newlyweds. We were first living together, and Katie would be doing something as simple as changing clothes, and she'd be like, "Stop! Don't look! Stop! Seriously, stop!" Not a week into parenthood, it's like, "All right, babe, I'm gonna change his diaper, then I'll come change yours." No more shame, just like that. I remember breastfeeding early on. God forbid, early in breastfeeding, if we had to do it in public, we had to find a quiet corner. You know, she would cover, I'd hold up a towel, excuse. I mean, it wasn't a couple months later. She was just like, "He's hungry, pull over at this truck stop." "What's up, man? You got a cigarette?" "I guess we're all filling up today, huh, pal?" There's no more shame, and that's made us more intimate in, other ways. No, it's brought us together, and you get nervous. I didn't know what I didn't know, and I didn't know how having a kid would affect our marriage, my life. I was insecure about how I could handle this, but so far, so good. It's been ups and downs, but we've been an amazing team, and she's just been superwoman. It's blown me away. All that she does every hour, every day, and I get it. I mean, being a mom really is like the most important, hardest job out there. I really believe that. I'm being sincere. Thank you to the moms out there. Y'all just keep going, and because before she was a mom, there was definitely days where I was like, "You could have done more," right? But I can't say that anymore. You guys something clicks, you become superhuman. And I've just been so proud of us and how we've come together on this mission of raising up our son, this project. And, I say that because projects with us in the past didn't always go so great. So, my wife and I have a couple home projects. We've got a TV to mount and a couple holes to patch. So I grab the drill and she grabs the measuring tape. But we're not even 5 minutes into our task. I think we might file for divorce. Holy crap, we're angry. This happens every time we try and do all our chores. I just really think the kitchen is clean. She says, "No, we must disinfect it." I said, "If you bring out the bleach, I swear I'm gonna take a drink." So we put it off to next week. The weekend has arrived and here we go again. But we lose it trying to install a baby's car seat. So I said, "Screw it, why don't you just call the fire department?" She said, "That makes sense, 'cause there's a flamer in front of me." Oh my gosh, that's mean. Why are we fighting? I always thought we made such a perfect team. I just don't think we need to power wash the stairs. You're the girl of my dreams, but right now being near you is my nightmare. So we gave up and I called my daddy. Thank you. Katie and I are opposites. You hear this, opposites attract. That's very true. With us, Katie, she's a very gentle, patient, soft-spoken. I do this for a living. Very different. She's a rule follower. Rule followers make some noise. They always obey. Always obey. No, Katie's a rule follower, people pleaser to a fault. Y'all know this person. You married to this person. Like, we can be in our own house. You know what I'm talking about? You can be in your own house, in your own living room. Katie walked up to me. She was like, is it okay if I sit next to you? I was like, yeah, what am I, your captor? Yes, sit down. Get that out of your system before we leave the house. Could you imagine we're out to eat? She's like, could I sit at the same table as you, sir? Like, yes, I promise I don't hit her. I promise, sit down. She's just like this. So pregnant Katie, extra rules, because if you're pregnant, you gotta eat a certain way, sleeps, move a certain way. So every day she had a new rule for me, right? Every day she's like, Trey, be on guard. I cannot sit in a creek or eat burrata cheese. And I'm certainly not complaining, right? She's the one dealing with everything. I got the privilege of getting to see the love of my life, create life. Also, she had bigger squishies. But it was a roller coaster, right? Her hormones, she couldn't help this. She'd be too mean to me for sure, but she also was too nice to me, or it would freak me out, Like there's a time I walked in on her and she was just naked in the corner of her closet, crying. She looked like Schmeagol or something. I was like, babe, everything okay in here? Yeah. I was just thinking about how much I love you. And how there's a little you in my belly. And I'm gonna love him as much as I love you. I was like, shut up, you're freaking me out, shut up. Did you have some burrata cheese? What's happening? And all along the way, I would ask her this question. I got a kick out of this at her worst moments because, she's always said she wants numerous kids. So when she was going through it, I'd be like, you wanna do this whole process again? And no hesitation every time. She'd say, yes, absolutely, yes. And it blows my mind, y'all women will sign up for this time and time again. Thank God you do, right? Could you imagine if us men were responsible for creating life? We would have been extinct thousands of years ago. Thousands. 99% of us out of the gate, myself included, we wouldn't even sign up. We wouldn't. They'd be like, hey man, you want to get pregnant? You can't have beer or deli meat for 9 months. It's like, no. Why would I do that? Why?